Andrew, you are not the father.
All right, if loving you is wrong, fans, this is the video you've been waiting for quite some time. And trust me, I mean, in quite a while. And I've done a video like this before, but it was only a few minutes long. This is the first time I'm recording a video specifically going over my thoughts on who the father of Alex's baby is in detail. And looking at the notes in front of me, I think that it is possible that there are 4 potential suspects, technically 3. In this video, let me just put it this way. I'm going to go over the basic suspects. Well, I don't even know if suspects is the right word. Go over the most popular guesses for the father of the baby, as well as different scenarios, because there are a lot of people claiming, or not claiming, but believing that that's not the right baby, that the baby that Alex has is not the one she gave birth to. And I remember before Freeform was Freeform, it was ABC Family. And I know this is embarrassing, but it's almost the end of March 2019. I am just now finding out about this name change a few days ago. Yeah. But in any case, what was that show, Switched at Birth, where it wasn't until these 2 girls were in their teenage years that they found out they were, well, switched at birth. I don't know if they're copying that, but in any case, I don't know the answer. I know you're usually used to me doing these in-depth videos, but I say this whenever I do these kind of videos. These are theories, taking evidence from the series as well as people I talk with. My mom and I had like a 30-minute discussion last week about this, and I said, you know what, I want to wait and do this video until after episode 3 or 4 of If Loving You Is Wrong this year, just to see if we get any more tidbits. And it seems that so far we're just getting the same old roundabout discussions of, we need to redo the DNA test. Okay, Randall and Alex are going to work out how they're going to co-parent his baby, but that doesn't answer the question of, is he really the father? So in this video, just know I'm going to list out the, I guess you could say, most popular theories or guesses about who the father of the baby is, and then give my 2 cents towards the end of it in terms of, here's the one that seems the most likely, here's the one that I find the most interesting, but it won't be until we get to the actual episode when this actually is solved that we'll figure it out. But I do think that it would be best for the sake of the series that we find out this season instead of stretching it out to the end. Same with the haves and have-nots. We don't know for sure if the shows are ending in 2020, but as of right now, I treat the seasons that were filmed in September for both shows as the final season. Season 7 for the haves and have-nots, and I believe season 5 for If Loving You Is Wrong, but nothing is confirmed. But that's how I'm treating it right now, because I felt like, based off all the behind the scenes stuff we got, it seems to me that there's a lot of finality to the shows that were filmed last year. So once again, I don't know for sure, but it seems very likely. So with that being said, let's take a brief look into what Amanda Clayton herself, my boo Alex, had to say when asked about who is the father of the baby.
Catch us up. What's going to happen going forward with their relationship, with your relationship, and all this mess?
Alex is reaching a point where she's exhausted with the entire thing. She just wants to be at peace, figure things out with her family, figure things out with Randall, who's not going anywhere. And there's some more twists and turns in store for Miss Alex.
Okay.
Now,
All right, and Alex said it, Amanda said it herself. I mean, based off what she just said, it seemed pretty obvious, right? Who's the only other person we've seen her with aside from Brad? Randall in the shed. But a lot of people are, you know what I find funny, guys? How people were calling me out on videos. It's like, Jeremy, Derek showed the tattoo. Don't try to overcomplicate things. He's definitely the man that raped Hannah. He's definitely the man that's Candace's father because he has the tattoo. Okay, you say don't overthink that. But when it comes to Alex's baby, it's like, well, even though we've clearly seen Alex only having sexual intercourse with a black man outside of being married to Brad, Randall, I mean, maybe he isn't the father because maybe Alex slept with someone else, or maybe, you know, that's not the right baby. So how come we can overcomplicate and overthink the baby situation, but not the tattoo situation. Okay, maybe that sounded a bit passive aggressive, but more to the point. I definitely think we should get the Maury episode. I think I did a video on this channel about, let's do a Maury episode where we have Jeffrey Harrington trying to figure out if David is his real father. And then we have Alex coming up there with the baby to see who the real father is, Brad or Randall. And then it turns out neither one of them is. But I think it is safe to say that the most popular theory is that the father of the baby is actually Randall. I mean, it seems to be the most obvious answer. He's black. The baby's black. The DNA results literally say that Randall is the father. That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, nothing else to say, right? That's pretty much it. Cut and dry. But I feel like that's a bit too simple. It seems to me leading into the Brad factor. Is he the father? Well, kind of like the Randall situation, the DNA test, they say there's like a rare chance that the DNA test results are wrong, right? Why not just retake it again? When it comes to Brad, he had a vasectomy, but it's like, well, there's a rare chance that vasectomy sometimes don't work and you can still impregnate someone. But then that doesn't explain the skin color. But I already did a video about, is Alex biracial? And I kind of went into detail on that. And I actually know some people who work in the medical field. And, you know, if her parents are white, and they clearly are, then she's most likely not biracial. So I think that, let me put it this way. When it comes to Brad being the father, I think it is possible that Brad is the father of the baby that Alex was carrying inside of her belly. But if that isn't the right baby, then it could mean that there is a white baby out there that is actually Brad and Alex's child. They brought home the wrong child who was black. So Brad is the father of a baby, just not the baby that's living in this home right now. Then when it comes to Randall, it's like, yeah, he's black. The baby's black in the story, right? But then that leads to the whole, what if it was a switch at birth scenario? Because we know that Randall wanted Alex so bad that he was willing to do anything to get her. What if then again, I don't know how he pulled it off, but maybe he orchestrated it where the babies were switched. That way Alex would get the black baby. It would automatically be assumed he was the father, ruining her marriage even further if it wasn't already trashed enough. Splitting her and Brad up, making Alex available to Randall so they can be together like he wanted, even though it'll be really creepy because they'll be raising a baby that isn't theirs without going through the adoption process. So, but Randall is twisted enough to do this because remember, he wasn't able to have a kid with Marcy, meaning that aside from getting Alex, who he really wanted, he would also be getting a child that Marcy was unable to give him. So to me, that is the most interesting / creepy theory. But then you have option number 3, which is, and I'm in regards to the father. What if it's someone else? Because Alex is just, she tells a lie like it's nobody's business. And based off the conversation she had in the episode The Red Dress, I believe this is when Natalie and Esperanza go over to Alex's house just to see how she is after, hey, almost burning to death. And when asked, are you sure that Randall's the only person you slept with outside of Brad? She's like, yes, of course. The way she said it really made me hesitate to believe her because, once again, a lie is nothing for her to tell. And it would not surprise me if she slept with someone else off screen that wasn't Randall or Brad. So some people I've been talking with said, well, what if it's Lucian? I don't think it's Lucian. True, Lucian is a quote unquote, I don't even want to call him a goody two shoes. I feel like every television show like this that's a drama series needs a straight man to somebody else's crookedness, like good cop, bad cop, Lucian, Eddie. But another person, I believe actually 3 people told me, what do you think is Rick? Because we haven't seen him in a while now. He just automatically popped up. So do you think he might be the one? Maybe. I feel like the most interesting twist, like I said before, is the whole Randall situation. But I think it would be even more interesting if the baby in hand is not either one of their children, well, either one of their babies. No. Neither one of them is the father. And then it's like, oh, this, this whore has another man on the side we didn't even know about. And then the other option is, again, it's the wrong baby. And then they find the right baby. And then Brad is going to look stupid because, everything he's done is like, wow, okay, now what are we going to do? So believe it or not, I know this sounds weird to say in a video like this. I think it was more interesting to figure out what the aftermath of the baby mystery is going to be as opposed to who the actual father is. But of course, unless the real father is revealed, we can't get to the next step, which is what's the family going to do now? What if the baby isn't their baby? What if the baby is Brad's through some reverse vitiligo? I don't know how to put it, but in any case, I feel like we're in for one heck of a ride, but I just hope they don't drag it out too long, because I feel like it's going to get to the point where the interest in the mystery is going to be replaced by, can we just get this over with already? It's almost like the interest is going to be replaced with massive impatience, which I know a lot of people already have because we had to wait over a year for the show to come back on the air to begin with. But I would definitely love to see how the people involved will actually move to the next step. Of course, people are asking if Dr. Ratston, I know I probably say that wrong, but if she had something to do with it. I know that after the baby was born that she asked to see Brad, to speak with him one-on-one. And I think it was Natalie, Kelly, and Esperanza who were wondering, like, why? What's wrong? Is there something wrong with the baby? Is Alice okay? No. Both of them are fine, but I just need to speak with Brad. And then we found out it's because the baby was black. And that pretty much was a one-on-one conversation that the doctor wanted to have with him, pretty much saying, yeah, so your wife just had a baby, but the baby wasn't white. So it wasn't the white baby. But anyway, I feel like, was Dr. Raston the one that actually delivered the baby? I forgot, guys. It's been a while. Like, I binge watched the series on Hulu, which I definitely suggest you do as well if you haven't done so already. But there are some details a little fuzzy to me. But if she delivered the baby, then I think she would know that the baby was black and not white, and then know that the baby that Alex has is actually the right baby. So she's very mysterious. Very mysterious. But I think that when it comes down to it, it's either Randall, it's either Brad, it's either an unknown male that Alex has had sex with outside of Brad and Randall that we didn't even know about. Or it could be, technically option 4 is the father of the baby is someone that we don't know, as well as the mother, because it's the wrong baby. And then, yeah, I think that's it. 4? Is it 4? Yeah, I think that's 4. So those are my thoughts when it comes down to who is the baby daddy. Sheesh. I mean, the only other thing I think of is if Alex was a surrogate mother, but there are so many reasons why I don't think that's the case. I mean, what if she was the surrogate for Marcy? As sweet as that would be, I doubt that is the case based off everything that's happened in the series so far. So, yeah, guys, I mean, I don't think there's anything else for me to say on this situation. I mean, if I were to rank it, I would say the most likely situation is Randall is the father. Then I think the second most likely option is somebody that Alex hasn't been telling us about or we haven't seen on screen. I think the third situation is, in terms of likeliness, would be it's the wrong baby. And number 4 is that Brad is the father. So I think 4. And then the surrogate thing, I don't think it's likely, but those are my thoughts. So Randall, someone else, it could be like Rick / Lucian / somebody else we don't know about. It's the wrong baby altogether. And then Brad is actually the father. But like I said several minutes ago, I think the most interesting factor is what's going to happen next. Like what steps will Alex and Brad and Randall take, if they discover that, so-and-so is actually the father and we've all been acting like assholes. So what are we going to do to make it, make amends and whatnot? I feel like when it comes down to it, this could definitely revitalize the series for a lot of people. Personally, I'm enjoying the ride so far. Like I said, episode 3, Randall stage was probably the weakest episode of the season so far, but it's only been 3 episodes. I'm not really going to judge it harshly. It's only 3 episodes. I think when it comes down to it, there will be filler / setup episodes, but it's okay to have that towards the beginning of the season as opposed to towards the end, because the end, you are setting up stuff, but then you're resolving some things and getting people geared up for what's to come next season. So hopefully the next episode, Chest Pains, based off the preview, looks pretty dang good. But I doubt we're going to find out the true parental figures of this baby until either the mid-season finale or next season. But like I said before, I think it would be great for them to actually reveal it towards the end of this season, probably near the finale. That way, when they come back for season 5, we can pick up where we left off in terms of what are we going to do now. Kind of like, you know, we have Marcy losing her baby and, you know, all hell broke loose literally by setting the shed on fire. Now, if you find out who the father of the baby is, we can move things to the next level in terms of what steps do Alex and everybody else involved take now. So, sadly, this video was not as long as I thought. I'm going to be honest here. When I wrote down the notes, I thought it would be like maybe 30, 40 minutes or so. But then I looked into it, where, well, I don't really need to break down every single episode. In season 1, episode 7, she said so-and-so, you know, the dates and times. But I'm like, this topic doesn't really need that much in-depth discussion like the Derek tattoo thing. It's more like she has a black baby, who's the daddy? But I think If Loving You Is Wrong is a bit more straightforward than the haves and the have-nots, in my opinion. That's not to say it's better or worse. I'm just saying that with If Loving You Is Wrong, the pieces seem to all be there in front of us. It's just a matter of putting them in the right spot. With the haves and the have-nots, there are some pieces missing from the box, and then we have to wait for them to be found again, is the best way I can put it. But I will say this much. The mystery is interesting, but like I said before, I hope they don't drag it out for too much longer, because I feel like it will just, the interest will be replaced with impatience. So with that being said, I really want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Who do you think is the father of the baby? What do you think is going to happen once that's revealed? And as always, like for real, guys, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. I swear I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and that can only happen with your help. All it takes is one click. It doesn't cost you a cent. But also, if you want to follow me on social media, links are in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group, Facebook page, my other 2 YouTube channels. If you want to donate any funds to this channel, $1, $5, $20, $25, $100, if you're feeling generous. There is a link to my PayPal if you want to hit me up there. Full-time YouTuber. Any contributions mean a lot to me. But with that being said, I really hope we figure out this mystery soon. Be sure to follow the lovely Amanda Clayton on Instagram and Twitter, as well as Brad, Aiden Turner, and El Tony. Hang on. I think it's El Tony Williams, aka Randall, on social media as well. And if you want to spread this video around, I'd really appreciate it. Once again, doesn't cost you a thing except for a few seconds to take the link, copy it, put it on Twitter or Facebook. There is an ambulance in the parking lot right now. Okay, and hopefully nobody's having a baby. Okay, I need to put in a rim shot sound effect at some point in these videos, if I wasn't so lazy. But with that being said, if there are any If Loving You Is Wrong Facebook groups or Facebook pages you're involved in, or if you're a member in, be sure to share this video around there. And let's try to get this video to 50,000 hits. The Derek video I did, the Who Is Derek David, that has only been up for a week, I think. And it's already over 50,000 hits. Let's try to do the same thing with this video. And as always, be sure to leave your comments below with any other theories, or you can just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. Let me know, hey Jeremy, there's this interesting theory I have, and if I think it's good enough, I'll do a video on it. So with that being said, is the DNA test faulty? Is Brad actually the daddy? Is it the wrong baby altogether? Will we see the cast on the Maury show? Who knows? I hope Tyler Perry spices up soon. So with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.